What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? Hey, what's going on, Ish? What's going on with you, man? Hey, hope everybody having a good Sunday. Hope everybody so far has had a great weekend. Definitely have some good opportunities coming in this week. We have NFP this week, y'all. And so we got a lot of news, a lot of action. Since we had a close of the month last week, we're going to look at the monthly candle and kind of see what analysis and what the monthly candle kind of did when it closed. But like I said, we got a lot of opportunities this week. We're in the last month of the year, so I'm trying to finish strong. Last week was a really good week of trading. I mean, most of the trades were literally textbook trades. And we had pairs like gold that literally tapped the all-time high. So for me, I'm expecting, because this NFP week as well, I'm expecting some massive pullbacks to kind of wipe out a lot of those unfulfilled orders that happened last week, and to give us a retracement on the daily, because on the daily we broke structure, gave us a retest, and that thing just shot to the heavens, and it never really gave us a pullback on the daily time frame. So yeah, we're up there. You know, we're extremely bullish, and we got some other opportunities like on GU, things like that. So there's a lot of opportunities that we got, like I said, this week, and hoping to capitalize off of them. So also, if you guys have any pairs, what's going on? Look like somebody subscribed. Zakiria. I hope I said your name correct. But hey, welcome to the live stream. Also, you guys, like I was saying, we got a lot of opportunities and hoping to capitalize off of them. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. You know, we always start off with a word of prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, I want to thank you for this day, Lord. I want to thank you for any and everything that you've done for us this week. Lord, I pray that everybody who's under the sound of my voice, anybody that's affiliated with the Pips Academy, that they can, you know, gain some sort of financial freedom, or they can get some sort of value from this channel. I pray that this channel continue to add value, and that we can help at least one person become financially free. We've done our job. Lord, I pray that this upcoming week is more profitable than it was last week. And for those who are still struggling, I hope that, you know, whatever struggles they have, or whatever it is that they're doing within, you know, Forex, that they'll attain that knowledge, that in hopes that they can be profitable. And Lord, we ask these things in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Hey, what's going on, y'all? So like I said, I'm always excited to get on the charts. To start off, like I said, welcome to today's live stream. If you have any pairs, please put them in the chat. I'd be happy to mark them up. But without further ado, let's go ahead and start with it. So we usually start with news. And like I said, this week we have NFP. So we got a lot of volatility that's going to happen in the week, in the markets this week. All right. So as we can see, for tomorrow, we during our London session, we got CPI on the chef. So we do trade NZD chef. I haven't traded that in a while because it just haven't given me any good opportunities. But I'm going to take a look at it today. All right. Also, starting off for our New York session on tomorrow, we got President Lagarde speaking, and anyone who knows about him knows that we usually have some movement on the euro, which is at 8 a.m. Central Time. Okay. Then we also have the Japanese yen Tokyo Core CPI, which is going to pop off at 5:30. I don't really know too many people who's going to be in the market around that time, but if you are a Japanese yen pair trader like GJ, AJ, CJ, anything like that, be mindful of that on tomorrow. And then tomorrow night we got the Chinese yuan. It's going to be at 7:45, and AUD, which is going to be popping off. So like I was saying earlier, gold, you know, pretty much shot to the high heavens. Like I say, a lot of times when I see Australian news is Australia is a heavy importer of gold. So being that they are, gold might have some major impacts tomorrow night when we get that movement on AUD. So let's just be mindful of that as well. Like I said, for me, I'm expecting some massive pullbacks on gold because I feel like we have a lot of room to cover and a big retracement on gold that we need to do. And I think like we're going to probably get it this week. Going into Tuesday, we got job openings, ISM service PMI, and GDP popping off. So during our New York session, we have USD at 9, and then we also have AUD as well. Okay, so this here will be popping off right as the New York Stock Exchange open, which is around 8:30 Central. 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern. So this will be literally right before that time happens. So we'll be mindful of that. Expecting some movement on USD that day. Going into Wednesday, we got the British pound. That's going to be popping off during our London session. And then we have the start of NFP on Wednesday at 7:15. Okay. Let's be mindful of that. And we also got some CAD news at 9 a.m. as well. On Thursday, we have Chef during our London session, and we have unemployment claims 7:30 Central on USD. And then ending it off for Friday, of course, we got USD for our non-farm payroll officially. We got unemployment rates. At 9, we have the prelim for customer sentiment. And then ending it off, we got the Chinese yuan CPI. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into it. And I'll reiterate again, if you guys have any pairs that you like to see marked up, please add them in the chat and we can go ahead and get to them. Okay, so first things first, we're going to start off with Euro. Okay, and what we're going to do today, we're going to actually start off on a monthly, just because I want to see exactly what the monthly candle did from last month, its closure, and kind of take a look at where we're kind of moving currently right now. So as you guys can see, in the month of November, this entire candle, we got a bullish engulfing that pretty much engulfed this dragonfly doji here on the monthly. Let me go ahead and make this bigger. Some of y'all probably can't even see that, but it engulfed this deal here. So one of the things that we possibly can see is for price to possibly come back and retest this area here. This is a monthly demand level. Okay, and if we look at that level just to see exactly where that is, this is right around 1.07 thousand, which is a bank level. This is literally a bank level. So that's one of the things that we want to be mindful of. Let me make this a little bit bigger and bold it. Yep, that's an order block. Dakiria, yeah, this is an order block here. So yeah, this is a monthly order block. So I'm looking for price to possibly come back and retest this, and then it can possibly continue to the upside to kind of take out this liquidity here. Okay, it'll take it a while to get up there, but like I said, this is how our monthly candle opened. And so I'm expecting, like I said, to see it kind of come down to this area and then maybe transition to the higher side. Okay, if we look at the weekly, a couple of things that we can see that kind of correlates with this monthly order block is we have a weekly bullish, bearish, bullish. And for those who've been around here for a while, we know that bullish, bearish, bullish are continuation order blocks. Okay, so on the weekly, one of the things that we can possibly see is for price to come down to this area. It might come a little deep to actually tap into this monthly as well. You know, we'll probably get a break of structure retest, and then we can see price possibly continue to the upside, you know, to possibly take out this high and things like that. Okay, but this is a continuation order block. I'm looking for price to come back and retest this and then possibly continue to the upside. Okay, I'll mark this as our weekly bullish, bearish, bullish. Okay, and for those who don't know, I don't usually look at the monthly. I usually only look at the monthly candle when a month closes. Okay, just to kind of get a glimpse or a synopsis on what last month did and possibly confluences as to what the what the current month is doing. Okay, so now let's go ahead and move to our daily. That way we can look at our structure and kind of play with where we're going to actually be within this time. Okay, so a couple of things that we can see just looking at the daily is we had a break of structure on the daily here. Price came up, came to our golden zone, and it tapped into this daily supply. Now, we said that we're looking for price to go bearish. Okay, and so a couple of things that we can see with our daily structure is, you know, it's producing higher highs and higher lows. Okay, higher highs, you know, all the way up in this area. And so we just want to see exactly what price is going to do. Hopefully we can get a break of structure, maybe on a 4-hour retest, and it can continue down into this area. Or on the daily, let's look at our daily structure first. That way we can plot that on. That way we can see exactly where we are within the market. Okay, this is our daily low. I'm gonna move this one here. So we got higher high, higher low, and then it impulsed all the way up here. And some of you are probably asking me, well, why didn't I mark this one up here? Actually, you know what? That is correct. Yeah, it is here. I'm sorry. Let me move that. Yep, here. And here. Okay, so here's our daily structure. Okay, higher high, higher low, higher high. All right, so we got this huge imbalance in this area here. So I'm looking for price to come down, possibly tap into this weekly, which correlates with all of this here. If we throw on our daily fibs, we can see that it has tapped into this area. Okay, so on our daily, we are well within our rights to actually continue bullish if price, you know, so choose to do so. All right, let's go ahead and drop over to our 4-hour time frame. Okay, and as you guys can see, we pretty much just break everything down fractally. That way we can see exactly what the market is going to give us. Okay, and so if we're looking at this from a 4-hour perspective, this is where we pretty much live most of the time and actually trade the legs of structure. So one of the things that we can see is we got our bullish structure on our 4-hour. Price came down. It actually tapped past our 4-hour strong low. However, we did not get a closure. We can see it took out a lot of liquidity, and then price decided to kind of come back into this area here. So I want to be patient with this and see if price will continue to the downside, because for me, I actually want to see price go to the downside. I want to see if price can close below this level, give us some sort of retest, and then continue with this bearish momentum, because I'm looking for price to go and kind of tap into that monthly level as well as that weekly level to the downside. Okay, if we go to the 15-minute and kind of look at, you know, the structure of the 15-minute, a couple of things that we can see with the 15-minute time frame, we're bearish as well. Okay, as you can see, we got lower low, lower high, lower low, and so price has already kind of came back, tapped into this order block here, and I would like to see price come down and take out this low in this area here. Okay, so we're bearish currently on the 15-minute. Are you Zakiri, are you talking about the 4-hour? Are you talking about this area here? Yeah, let me know if you're talking about this area here. If you are, this is not a break of structure. This is pretty much a liquidity grab here on the 4-hour time frame. Let me know if that's the area you're talking about. Correct. Yeah, this is not a breakup structure. This is a liquidity grab. And so depending on how you're looking at the market, some people might call this a change of character, but this is not a valid change of character slash breakup structure. Now, if we got a candle body closure that closed below this mark here, then yes, that'll be valid. But because this was only a wick, it came down and it closed higher than that point, then no, that's literally just a liquidity grab and price decided to kind of impulse to the upside. Okay, I'm looking for price to close below this with a candle. Until that time happens, I'm still bullish. My bias hasn't changed to bearish as of yet on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, I hope that makes sense and I hope that helps. But currently right now on the 15-minute, we are bearish. I'm still bullish on the 4-hour, but on the 15-minute, we tapped into this supply zone here. And price could give us a transition to the downside on the 15-minute to take out this low. And I say that because let me drop to the 1-minute or the 5-minute. Let's say the 5-minute. On the 5-minute time frame, check this out, you guys. I believe that it's going to transition downward and take out that 15-minute low. I say that because on the 5-minute, we got higher high, higher low, higher high, okay? And we got a break of structure on the 5-minute right here. And if you guys look closely, I'll make this bigger. Even though it's small, we did get a body closure below that 15-minute. Even though it's small, it's still valid. It's a body closure. So this is a valid 5-minute break of structure here. If we go to the 1-minute, it is as well. And if we're looking at the 1-minute, we have these impulses as well. Higher high, higher low, higher high, break of structure in this area, retest, and then it just started to decline, and then it gave us that decline to that 5-minute as well. So for example, this would be, we can see price coming down to this area, giving us that retest. And if we look to take an entry in this area to the downside, I would say if you do, I would say, look at your risk to reward, understanding that the 15-minute high is all the way up here, but we did get that transition. It looks like it wants to go bearish. One thing that could happen is you can take an entry and possibly, have it above this area here, and you can ride price down to this low here, giving you over a 1 to 3 risk reward. That's a good trade. But for me, I would be a little bit more patient just because it's too close to this area here, this 4-hour area. So for me, it's kind of a little bit hands off until I get a transition on a 15-minute going the other way. Now, if this is well within your scope of your trading plan, then yeah, by all means. But for me, because we're in the golden zone of the 4-hour and we kind of tapped into a 4-hour low, it can go either way. Being that on the 4-hour, we got that liquidity grab and it gave that rejection. So for me, I don't necessarily want to take a chance to take that sell right about now. Now, if price come down here and kind of close in this area, I'll kind of look at price and assess from that perspective. Or if price decides to come up and break this 15-minute area here, give a retest, then I'll look for buys to continue to the upside. But right now, I want to be patient with this pair. I am looking for sales, but I want to be a little bit more patient just to get my confirmations. Okay. And inside of the Discord, I'll make sure that I'll provide updates for you guys on EU. Okay. All right, let's move on to USD CAD. Also, you guys, again, if you have any pairs you want to see marked up, please put them in the chat and I'll make sure that I get to them. Okay. All right, you guys, let's look at USD CAD. Let's look at the monthly on USD CAD. One of the things that we can see on this particular pair as far as a monthly is for November, we got a bearish engulfing, pretty much, engulfed this particular pair here. I mean, this particular candle here. And some people look at this as a bearish railroad. Okay. You got two candles that almost look as though that they are Marabozos, but this one is a little bit larger, so it engulfed this candle here. And then we also got price, kind of coming down to this area here and continue its bearish momentum. Okay, so that's where we are. I'm looking for price to possibly come down to this area, maybe tap into this supply, this demand zone here. We'll look and see exactly what it does. All right, but in the meantime, we do have a monthly supply zone here that price has not mitigated yet. Okay, and so price could very well come back, tap into this area here, and then continue to the downside. All right, so let's go to our weekly and see what our weekly is giving us. So on our weekly, we had a bearish engulfing. Price retapped into this bullish supply zone, and then price just decided to just dump off to the downside. Okay, and we can see that we have that bearish momentum that's correlating with that monthly as well. So let's go ahead and go to the daily. All right, still on our daily levels, and let's see exactly what we have. So for USD CAD, we got a break of structure last week. Okay, we can see initially we were bullish, higher high, higher low, higher high. Price broke this low here, which was validated our daily break of structure. We can see we got candle closures here, which followed by a continuation order block, a bearish, bullish, bearish. Okay, so for me, I'm looking for price to possibly tap into this supply zone, retest this, and maybe continue its descent to the downside. Okay, let's go ahead and drop to the 4 hour and see what the 4 hour is giving us. Okay, I'm gonna remove a little bit of this daily. So if we look at the 4 hour, 4 hours pretty much giving us bearish momentum. As you guys can see from the top side, we had lower low, lower high, lower low, and we have a 4 hour demand zone down here. So I'm looking for price to continue to the downside. Okay, we do have a bearish, bullish, bearish here on the 4 hour. So price could come back up, tap into this area here, and then continue to the downside. Okay, which is actually what I'm looking for. Price actually looked as though it came up and attempted to tap into here, and this could be the attempt. You don't have to necessarily tap into this area, but this could be the retest attempt, and then price continue to the downside. Okay, so if we're looking at the 15-minute structure, let's see what we have. I think I need to move some things. So our 15-minute structure currently is here. Okay, so if I put this as strong, all right, so now if price come up and break through this area here, then that'll be our 15-minute break of structure. But right now, our current 15-minute structure that we're looking for is these two areas here. This is our week. Okay, right now we are bearish on the 4 hour and the 15-minute. Okay, I want to be patient though, because this is the reason. For one, we have a 4 hour demand level here, but secondly is we've already broken our 4 hour low. So right now price is literally just tanking right now. We haven't got any pullbacks. So if we can get a pullback, at least 15 minutes, you know, 15, I'm sorry, at least 50% or greater, then of course I'll say, all right, let's look to capitalize off something like that and then maybe take it back to the downside. But right now, we're just in a straight line. We don't necessarily have any 4-hour structure, okay? And so on the 4-hour, we do have this huge supply zone here. And so I want to be patient and see if price will pull back into that. If we kind of looked at this area here for our fibs, just where price is, I would probably want price to come back somewhere in this area before I continue to sell it. Okay, just because I want to be a little bit cautious and I don't like losing money. I like to stick to the strategy and make sure that it makes sense. So like I said, on the 4-hour right now, you know, that's what we're looking at. And so one of the things that will help me kind of take this trade, which will be ideal for this week, is this scenario here. Let's say price continue to break this 15-minute week high here, which will give this as our 15-minute strong or whatever. And then price decided to break structure. If it broke structure and retest, then of course, if we had a demand level here, I'll be looking to take that entry and continue it to the upside. Okay, but right now, I'll continue it to the upside to continue with the 4-hour retracement. But right now, it's in the middle of no man's land, and I want to be patient with this to see exactly what it's going to do. What I will do though is put alerts on these and make sure that they go into our Discord. 15-minute BOS. Uh-oh. Okay, cool. All right. And then I'll put an alert down here as well. That way, if it breaks this area here, we'll know. USD CAD breaks 15-minute week low. That way we'll know. Okay, cool. All right, so that's pretty much what we have on USD CAD, you guys. Now let's go to GU. All right, now before I even mark this up, I'm gonna let you guys know GU has a really good opportunity on this particular pair, probably when the market first opened. And I'll show you guys what I'm talking about after I kind of do my top-down analysis. This is probably gonna be a pair that I'm really looking at, probably with my top 2 pairs. I usually take 2 pairs. I look at 5 different pairs, but I usually take 2 pairs that I really focus on throughout the week. And GU, I can tell you guys right now, is definitely one of them. Okay. All right. So let's look at the monthly. All right. So on a monthly time frame, we kind of remove our daily stuff. We can see that, you know, in the past we had an impulse to the upside. We got a retest into this bullish, bearish, bullish. And we can see that in this area, we had a bullish engulfing that engulfed this candle here. And so one of the things I want to see is if price will come back and retest into this order block right here, this demand level. Okay. All right. Now this is right around 1.23500. Okay. And that is a mid-level. For those that don't understand how bank levels work, you have your whole numbers are your official bank levels, and then the mid numbers are like the 500s. Okay, so let's just say if you got, you know, 1.23000, 1.3235, you know, things like that, that's considered as a mid-level. Those are respected as well. All right, so this is a mid-level where we want to see price possibly come back into. All right, we go to our weekly. We can also see that we have some correlation here. We have a bullish, bearish, bullish right here that we want to see price possibly come back, tap into, or even break it. Okay. Weekly, bullish, bearish, bullish. All right. Now, let's go to our daily. All right. So on our daily, a couple of things that we can see. We're bullish right now. We can see that we have a, we can end up getting a break of structure in this area here. And we got higher low, higher high, higher low, and then price just decided to just go to the upside. This right here is not a valid retracement because I'll show you guys why. Because we have this large candle here, which is the high. We got these retracements, but it never broke outside of the range of this candle here. So this is just a complex pullback, and then price just continued up. So that's not a valid retracement. Okay. Retracements mean that we have to pull outside of that candle's high. And what I mean by that is, if we look at this candle here, this candle is the high here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 candles that pulled outside of this. So this is a valid retracement. Okay. Now, if this candle here would have been the high, it still wouldn't have been a retracement because this is only one candle. We'll need 1, 2 candles to pull outside of this this candle's range. So this is not a high. All right. So now we can see that we're up here on a daily. The market closed with a bullish engulfing. Okay. So we had a doji here, price came down, and we pretty much got a retest into this daily supply zone here. All right. So now let's go to our 4-hour time frame. On our 4-hour time frame, we can see that we currently are bullish. Okay, we got higher high, higher low. I can move this down actually. Higher high, higher low, all the way up here, higher high. This is not a confirmed higher low yet, unless this up here is broken. Okay. It didn't quite get down to our golden zone, so I'm looking for it to go a little bit lower. However, this is why I say this is a pair that I'm probably looking to actually take. So let's look at this. Hold on for a minute. I don't know why I got 2 of these, but I don't need to. Check this out, you guys. This pair is literally probably ready like now. So on a 15-minute, we can see we got a higher high, higher low, higher high. We got a break of structure here. Price came up to retest into this supply zone here. Now look at the risk to reward on this. This is our strong high here. Okay, on 15-minute. If we took an entry right in this area here, stop loss above this area here, wrote it down to this area here. That's a 1 to 3 risk reward or better. I'm cool with that. Anything 1 to 3, that's right in my range. If we drop it down to the 1 minute, we can also see we had a break of structure on the 1 minute as well. That's 2 confirmations for us. 2 huge confirmations. Check it out. We got a higher high, higher low, higher high. Price came down, broke structure right here, gave us a retest. It's retesting already. Okay. So for me, this is well within that range of where I would like to be. And so with a trade like this, when market opens, it could be a really, really good trade to take this because, like I said, we got the risk to reward, we got the risk management in there, ride it all the way down to take out this low here. I'll be happy with a trade like that. Okay, so like I said, GU is one of the pairs that I'm really, really looking at to capitalize off of. This is a pair that I'll probably be looking at when the market opens. Okay, that's what I have on GU. You guys check it out. This could be a really good trade for you guys. Okay. All right. Let's go over to AU, and then from there we'll go ahead and transition to gold. All right. Let's check out AU right quick, because remember, we have some news on AU tomorrow. We got CPI on AU tomorrow. Is the CPI? Let's see, Monday. No, it's not CPI. It's RBA rate statement and cash rates. Okay. All right. So if we're looking at this pair from a monthly perspective, we can see that we had a bullish engulfing, and then it looked like prices continuing to the upside. Okay. It is huge bullish engulfing last month in the month of November. We also have this monthly demand level here. All right, so let's drop to the weekly. And as you guys can see a pattern with pretty much all of these pairs, we have a demand level from a monthly followed by a continuation. Bullish, bearish, bullish. That's what it usually happens when the market is fractal like that. You look at the higher time frames right up under it, you'll see those signs and wonders and all of that kind of thing. Okay, so now we got this 15-minute bullish, bearish, bullish that haven't been retested yet. Not 15-minute, I'm sorry, weekly. Okay, so we got this weekly bullish, bearish, bullish that haven't been retested yet, and so price will possibly come back and tap into this. Let's look at our daily, see what our daily is talking about. And I'm gonna remove this. Oh well, we can see that. So on the daily, we can see we had a break of structure retest, and we got a massive push to the upside, and price just decided to just go. Okay, so we're due for a pullback, some sort of retracement we're due for. Okay, let's drop it to our 4 hour. So this is the leg of structure that we're dealing with right now. Okay, we can see price came up, gave a retracement. It's not a valid low yet until it breaks this high and close above it. But let's see how far it pulled back. If we utilize our fibs, we can tell that price has pulled back 50% or greater. Okay. It's pulled back 50% or greater, and then it decided to continue to the upside. And so I'm believing that it will break this weak high here. But I want to see if price can pull back a little bit more, tap into this continuation, and then continue to the upside. Okay. Let's look at if we have any 15-minute markups on here. Actually, I don't have any 15-minute markups on this, because one of the things, because it's so close to this high here, I want to literally see it break this high. Let's take a look at the 15 though. Yeah, we're bullish. We're bullish on the 15-minute. So for me, I'll look at this a little later on in the week. When price breaks this, I'll take a look at it tomorrow or Tuesday to see exactly what it's going to do. But right now, it's right there at the edge, and yeah, I just want to be patient on this particular pair. Okay. Let's move over to gold. The golden girl. The one that I'm really gonna be looking at this week. Okay. Let's look at the monthly on gold and see exactly what's going on. Let me remove all of our markups right quick. But I'm gonna keep these levels on here. Okay. So we can see we got 1800, 19, 2000. Our all-time high is 2075, 2075, 65. Okay. And we can see that happened back here August of 2020 is the last time we got up here. Price came down a little bit, tapped back up into this area close to it, March of 2022. Yeah, gold is bullish. Gold is all the way bullish right now, super bullish. And so if we kind of look at the monthly, we can see Monthly is pretty much just breaking levels. We see we had this bullish engulfing here. Price retested on the monthly back in last month. You know, it retested in November, came up, closed in this area, and in December literally just shot off. I mean, December was almost a full Maribosa. I mean, if you look at it, this candle here is super small. Like, it literally came back, I'm a peekaboo right here, and then it just shot off. Okay, so we can see the monthly is mad bullish right now. If we drop over to the weekly, we can see it's pretty much just structure on that. Came up, gave a pullback, and then it shot out, taking out this high right here. Okay, it also took out this liquidity in this area that's been chilling over here back since about April or May. Okay, so we can see that, you know, price, you know, is to the high heavens right now. If we go to the daily and we look at our daily structure on gold, a couple things that we had with gold is price gave us a break of structure around October, gave us a retest, and then price shot off and took out this high here. So we are bullish. And so that's what I was saying with gold. We're due for a pullback. I want to see a pullback on this particular pair. All right. If we go to our 4 hour and look at our 4 hour structure, here's what we're looking at. Right now, our 4 hour structure, you know, we got higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. But I want you guys to see something. There's a pattern I want to show you guys that you can see that gold usually does. If you notice, gold will have an impulse. It'll consolidate. Small impulse, consolidate. Impulse, consolidate. What you think it's going to do now? Have an impulse. It's going to probably consolidate. And then what it's probably going to do? Drop. Okay, it's probably going to drop because we're due, like I said, we're due for a retracement on this particular pair. Let's drop to the 15 minute to kind of look at structure right now. If we're looking at our 15 minute, the structure is really huge. Okay, so as far as our 15 minute structure, let me remove the 4 hour for a second. So our 15 minute structure literally is, let's see, price came up. You know, we were bearish for a minute, and price broke structure right here. It broke structure. And so, like I said, we're due for a pullback. And this pullback is a retracement that we're due for. Okay, we're due for mad pullbacks on pretty much all levels right now. And so right now, this isn't really any clean structure. It's just a complex pullback. You know, it pulled back until we get something to break this level here. Because I would like to see it break this level and then drop. That way it'll give us a break of structure on the 15 here. Or that thing can just say, forget what y'all know, and it can just literally just drop. But I behoove everyone who trades gold to really watch it. Really watch it. I wouldn't get FOMO or anything and try to just say, I'm gonna place an entry here above here and just let it sit there and do this. I wouldn't do this because the banks, they can see when people do things like this and they're waiting for things like this. And so being that this is NFP week and we got a lot of news on USD, they can wait for you to do something like this. The market opens and they'll say, all right, I see all these stop losses right here. I'm gonna creep on up. I'm gonna take all this out and then I'm gonna shoot the market down like this so you can't catch me. So you gotta be mindful of that, okay? But I behoove everyone to watch this pair closely. If gold is a pair that you trade, there is some massive opportunities on this pair this week. This is at its all-time high. And so for those that don't understand, gold has only been up here 1 or 2 times in its inception. So let's take a look at it, man. You know what? We're gonna do a year. Let's do a year. Let's look at the yearly candle. if I just removed everything, I'm gonna hide everything. If I hid everything and we just looked at gold as a whole. So this is gold. As you can see, gold started way down here, $11. Started way back in 1933. Okay, $11. And then we can see that it's made it all the way up here. Okay, this is the 12-month chart. This is the yearly joint. All right, look at the yearly. The yearly is bullish. Yearly came up, higher high, higher low, higher high. Like I said, what do we do for? We do for a pullback. We do for a pullback. I don't think gold is gonna get that low, being that this is a yearly count, a yearly thing, which is, you know, I just wanted you guys to see, for those that don't understand, that gold is literally, oh crap, gold is literally at its all-time high. Look at this. It hit it first time back in 2020 during COVID. Came down, came up here again in 2022. Shot all the way down to 16, 17. Shot all the way back up here. Now we're up here again. If it break this level, man, that'd be pretty awesome. However, like I said, I feel like we are due for a massive pullback. Because if you notice, every time it gets to this level, what does it do? It drops. It drops hard. This thing drops. Okay? You notice that it dropped, but we had a lot of liquidity building up in here. You notice every time it was up in this area, it was literally just wicks, wicket, and then it shoots off. This is a huge Maribosa candle. So we might get that break right above here to take out that liquidity and then shoot it down, because we've taken out this, and this. Okay, I just really wanted to stress that, because gold is going to be one of those pairs that if you catch it right, you can make a lot of money this week, you guys. All right, another one I'm gonna look at for you guys as well is possibly US 30, and then I'll probably wrap it up with that one. Okay, let's check out US 30. Or do you guys want to look at Nas? Which one you want to look at? If anybody look at those or trade those. Or if you guys don't want to look at those, if you have a pair that you want to see me mark up, let me know. Let me know what y'all want to look at. I'm open to any pair y'all want to look at. And if no one puts anything out there, I'll probably mark up US 30 or something like that. Nas, all right, cool. Let's do it. All right, cool. All right, Ish, I got you, man. Let's look at Nas. All right, so let me hide a lot of this stuff. If we're looking at the monthly on this Ish, let me see. The gold, bro. High level, we search for buys. Yeah, possibly. If it break that, Zakiri, if it breaks that high, we possibly could look for buys, because it's, like I said, it's up there. But yeah. So let's go ahead and look at this Nas right quick. So we see that we got this bullish engulfing on the monthly last month. And so price kind of opened on a bullish note, but I would want to see this thing kind of retest into this area here. Okay. So on Nas, we do have this huge monthly area that we can possibly tap into. All right. So let me hide some of this stuff. Oh, no problem. No problem. If we're looking at the weekly, we can see the weekly is just pretty much bullish. We got a demand zone way down here, but I mean, it's kind of far. We don't have anything that's close, so to speak, because this is, 1, 2, 3, that's pretty much like a month right there. All right, so let's check it out. So right now on the daily, see if we have any daily structure. If we do, hold on, let me hide this for a second and kind of move some of this stuff which we don't need. All right, so looking at our daily structure, we can see lower low, lower high. We had a break of structure on the daily. All right, had a break of structure. So we're due for a pullback on NAS, okay? All right, let's see. A couple things that we have. We have a bullish, bearish, bullish, another bullish, bearish, bullish. It's almost like a consolidation of continuation order blocks. And we can see that price tapped into this area right here. And for anybody that know anything about price action, these two candles right here, do anybody know what these are? Before I answer it, I'll just leave it out there a little bit and I'll keep marking up. But if you guys know exactly what this candlestick pattern is right here, put it in the chat, let me know. Before I say it, this is actually one of the patterns that I used to trade a lot. This is a daily demand right here. Daily order block right here. Okay. We got that continuation right there. We see price came up, tapped into it, and it's probably gonna maybe continue to the upside. All right. So let's look at our 4-hour structure. Let me know if anybody know what this daily pattern is right here. You don't know? This is a tweezer bottom. This is a tweezer bottom. That's a bullish pattern. Let's see, tweezer. They got these things looking weird, but this is right here, the tweezer bottom. It's a bullish pattern. Yeah, I used to trade this a lot. When I first started trading, these were the patterns that I looked for on key levels, demand zones, things like that. You got your tweezer bottom and your tweezer top. You can tell which one is which because if it's at the bottom, you're looking for the second candle to be bullish to pretty much push you up. And if it's the other way, you're looking for the second candle to be bearish to push you down. If it's bearish pushing you down, that one is called a tweezer top. Okay, so you got your tweezer tops and tweezer bottoms. Okay, this is a bullish pattern here, and I can tell that because we had this bullish, bearish, bullish. Price came down, retested into this, and it probably come up, taking out this liquidity here. If it break through here, then I mean that could happen as well because you never know what the market does. But we'll see exactly what it do. Okay, so let's go to our 4-hour right quick. So our 4-hour structure, let's look at this. We got here. Let's see this for a second. Let's see. Let's see, we got higher high. Higher low. We got a higher high. Wait a minute. Hold on for a second. I'm gonna use this as my higher high, and I'm gonna tell you why. We never got any body closures. Wait a minute. Higher low. Okay. Yeah. Okay. This one is really, really confusing on how it looks, you guys. We got higher high. Yep. This is weak. Okay. All right. So this is our low here. We don't necessarily have a breakup structure yet because we don't have any body closures yet. We do got a lot of liquidity that's going on in that area right here. All right, so this is our H4 structure. Let's drop it down to the 15 minute. Move all of this for our 4 hour right there. All right, let's go to the 15 minute. So now, with our 15 minute, this is our low right here. It's our low. This structure looks so weird, y'all. Okay, I see it. I see it now. Yeah, I see it. Okay. All right, cool. All right, so our 15-minute structure. This is our low for our 15-minute. And then price came up. Yep. All right, I got it. This is a breaker structure on a 15-minute. All right, so lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, 15-minute. This is our 15-minute high right here. 15-minute strong high. All right. So now we can see, hold on, let me go back to the 4 hour for a second because I want to make sure I'm looking at this structure to see exactly what we're looking for. Okay, because price is down here, already kind of sort of in our golden zone, it's hands off for me until, I'll tell you why. It's hands off for me because being that price is already down in this area, price could, it could continue to the downside. However, because we are overall bullish, because it's down in this area, if we decide to take sales with the 15-minute, knowing that we got this huge bullish engulfing right here on the 4 hour, price literally comes down here, retest this, and does something like this. Okay? So this is Nas for me right now is hands off until it breaks this 15-minute strong high here. So if it breaks this area, gives us a retest. Now I'll start looking for buys to take out this H4 weak high here. And I hope that makes sense. Because we're in the golden zone, this is literally high risk until we get that 15-minute break of structure. Okay? Or if we get a body closure on the 4-hour beyond this point, then that can let us know, okay, price wants to continue bearish. Let's wait for this retest and then continue the down structure. But right now it's hands off. And it's just a patient and a waiting game. Okay? And I hope that makes sense. But right now we just want to pretty much just be patient with this pair until it gives us clean structure in a safe place. Because right now it's just high risk. Okay? Hey, you guys, I hope that helps. Just to recap, GU and gold would probably be my primary two pairs that I'll be looking at. GU is something that you guys can consider when the market first open, possibly today. You know, I'm not saying just jump right in it right away, but take a look at it and, you know, make a conscious decision on your own for yourself to see exactly if it's something that you might want to do. Gold will possibly give us some really, really big retracements this week. So be mindful of that. There's a lot of money and a lot of opportunity that can be made on both of those pairs. And so you guys, hey, I hope you guys have a great week. Like I said, I'll be in the Discord chat all this week. If you guys have any questions, hit me up and I'll make sure that I'm shooting alerts and updates to you guys all week. Until then, I'll holler at y'all.